Oh my God, it's the Show Feed podcast. I'm Stu. This is foot model Sasha Monae back again.
Hey.
Um, what I wanted to start this off with is the fart party. Um,
Damn.
so how what? I wanted to ask you how that came about. What exactly was the fart party? What was it?
It was just like a regular content party, but just solely based on the fart fetish.
Okay.
Um, Mel actually came up with it and got all the girls that she knew that actually do fart fetish content got
Hmm.
us all together and we just created some good stinky shit that weekend or those few
Okay.
days.
And that been selling well for you, the fart party
It
stuff?
has.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it
So,
has. I dumped everything once I got all the content. I dumped
mm.
it all and I've sold the most in a day the other day off of that content.
Oh, well, that's good.
So big ups to me.
Damn. So that shit must have been like a content factory almost, just
Yes.
filming content all around the house.
Yeah.
Damn. So what? How would you describe the experience? Was it stinky?
Yes.
I don't. I don't.
Yes.
I don't understand how y'all sit through that because y'all don't have a fart fetish.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it probably stank in there.
No, it did. It did.
So how do you just be thugging it out like it is
Yeah,
what
I
it
mean, we
is?
could walk away. We had a lot of spray. Like we was spraying
Oh,
in the
okay, okay.
midst of, like we
Yeah,
was freshening the air as much as we could. But
that
yeah.
makes sense. Were y'all like prepping? Y'all were drinking, eating certain things?
Oh yeah. But when we first got there, we did a store run
Yeah.
and we loaded up on all the stuff that gets us really gassy or whatever. Got to work. Because we actually had a few sessions too. It was this thing, it was the ring of farts where a guy would book us all
Yeah.
and we'll be all in a circle, just like,
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
yeah. So
So what was it like? Y'all was drinking like coffee and
we had everything, whatever. Because I mean, some people are a little different. Some things make people more gassier than others, but just everything that you could possibly think of. I had beans for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because beans get me going.
damn.
Dairy, yeah. We were drinking a lot of the what's those martinis? The little
I wouldn't know.
coffee something martinis. Something I tried for the first time that had me gassy as
Damn.
hell.
Fartinis?
Martinis, that's what
No,
it should
did
be
you?
called. For real.
So did you make any new acquaintances or did you know all these people already?
I only knew, like, for a while, I only knew Mel and Nina.
Hmm.
The other girls I met for the first time. Well, I met Juice and Smother Queen in New York a few weeks before the party, but
Okay.
like actually being around them and stuff like that, yeah, it was first for the majority of us.
Okay. You made like friends or y'all just
Yeah, like one girl I met her for the first time. She's here, Hershey. We
oh,
actually linked up last week and created
okay.
some content. So yeah,
Okay. Does she do feet or just farts?
just the farts.
Oh wow. Just the farts.
hmm
Okay.
She may do feet, maybe, but I'm not quite sure exactly what all she does. But I know I see her mainly for the farts.
Okay. Well, that sounds like I guess it sounds like a good time.
It was. It really was.
Okay.
The Airbnb was super nice.
Hmm.
Everybody was cool. It was good vibes.
So
Ready for the next one?
did Mel pay for the Airbnb or did people like chip in?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody
Oh,
like
y'all
played
all
a
paid
part.
for it?
Yeah, we all played a part.
And this was like her some type of birthday event type of thing.
No, it wasn't a birthday event.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought her
So her
birthday
birthday
was.
is ooh, her birthday is in a couple of days, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Mhm.
Well, I don't be paying too much attention, I
Or
guess. My
tomorrow or
dumb ass.
something like that.
Okay, sounds like a fartastic time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was though. It was a good
Okay.
way to network too.
Yeah. It sounds. Yeah. You should have definitely benefited from networking.
For sure.
Okay. We can go ahead and slide into the tweets of the week. Um, so there's been this trending tweet that says, "What is a propaganda you're not falling for?" And I got a couple of quote tweets replying to it. The first tweet is dating older men because they are more mature. Basically saying that's propaganda that they're not falling for. What do you think about this? Do you think older men are usually more mature from your experience?
No.
Oh no.
No, I do not. I mean, it all falls on the person for real. Because I've dated older men, and I've dated some younger men, and some younger men really had they shit together and was,
Yeah.
compared to some of the older men. So it was definitely nothing I'll fall for again.
But would you say the consistency of maturity would be more so found in older men, or is it just completely random in your
It's
experience?
yes, it's random for sure.
Okay.
Like everybody is different.
But okay, I would say I would say older men should have a better grasp on adulthood. Because if you go as young as 21, 22, that guy is probably not going to understand credit. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
yeah.
So I would say there are certain things that just naturally come with being older. But if you're talking about in terms of how you treat a relationship, how you treat your woman, that usually doesn't
Right.
change with age.
Yeah, true. True,
Like
very true.
it's usually once a cheater, always a cheater, and once a whore, always a whore.
Mm-hmm.
Because I work in a warehouse, so a lot of the guys there are 40 something, and
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty much the same old, same old.
Freaky.
They
Freaky frogs.
yeah, yeah. They claim they want to settle down, and a lot of them are in long term relationships. A lot of them are married, but that doesn't really stop
Right.
anything.
Stop the
That
show.
doesn't really stop anything. So I would say, as far as maturity in a relationship, that stuff does not
Yeah,
change.
no, it doesn't. But
It
yeah, I
doesn't
see what you're
change.
saying though when it comes down to like more, responsibilities and finances and stuff
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, older men typically, they'll have their shit together versus a younger guy.
yeah. I mean, even like from my perspective with younger women, I mean, a lot of them are just really they're not the brightest bulbs in the batch.
Wow.
No, like I've because I've tried to book younger models, and
Hmm.
it's just like they don't do the thing where they have like a schedule and they put stuff in a schedule so that they can
Hmm.
actually remember when this is supposed to happen.
Right.
They kind of just go with the flow, and if you book them, they try their best to remember it. You remind them the day of, and they go, "Oh, I forgot about that," and then you gotta reschedule.
Damn.
It's a mess. You get the 21, 22 year olds.
Yeah.
It's I don't recommend booking younger models to be honest. They
Wow.
they don't have it together. They just don't they don't have a business oriented mindset.
Yeah.
They
It's
kind of
not as
just
I don't think it's yeah, they don't probably find it as important either. Especially with
yeah,
something
they
like this, I don't think a lot of them look at it as something, serious to even have,
yeah.
organization on the top of the list.
Yeah, they will take your deposit and forget that they ever got your deposit. It's not good.
Wow.
But yeah, those are just the type of things that come with being younger
Yeah, true.
that I can't get behind, and I don't like it too much.
Well, yeah, continue booking us old heads then. We here for you. We're
Old
gonna write
heads
it
is
down. I'm gonna
crazy.
remind you.
Old heads is crazy. But yeah, younger models out there, make sure you actually got a schedule or something
No, for
so you can
sure.
keep up with everything because they do not like keeping up with stuff. Okay, we got another one. What is a propaganda you're not falling for? This one says cheating is a part of ups and downs in the relationship. Do you believe that it's a natural part of the ups and downs?
No.
Ba-
Sorry, go ahead.
no, like basically at this point in time, it's just normal. Like it's just something you deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what, you know, people are trying to push you to like believe or
Yeah,
accept, but no, it's not. It should never be. just a regular ups and downs. Like,
Mhm.
just break up.
But I might have asked you this before, but have you stayed before?
Yes, I've stayed before.
And at that point, were you thinking, "Oh, I'm tripping," or were you actually thinking you could fix this guy? He can do better. What was the thought process behind staying?
So staying was seeing something that he didn't see
Right.
and wasn't showing me.
Hmm.
It was just being hopeful, loving him,
Right.
wanting it to actually work, thinking that, you know, we were younger. So, it's just part of growing up is understanding like, okay, this person, if he's telling me he loves me
Hmm.
and he fucks up and cheats, then he
Hmm.
tells me he's sorry and, he won't do it again, all this other stuff. It's like just, giving him a chance and, being hopeful, really. Is what it
What
was.
did he do that made you think he would do better? He would be better.
Um, I don't know, like so after if he cheated, he was like, oh, you can see my phone, you got my password, all
Oh.
this other stuff. So it was like opening up in that sense. But then a month will go by, and of course I'm not checking it or whatever. And then one day I was like, and then it was like he was doing it again. I'm just like, hey yo.
Wait, he gave you wait. He gave you access to his phone and then just kept doing what he was doing.
Well, he'll stop. Like it'll be like a little while that he
Uh,
wasn't doing anything, and then
yeah.
maybe one day he's in the shower. His phone was right there calling my name.
Hmm.
And I go and I'm like, oh hell no. Like what? So yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I would say cheating. Definitely leave after cheating. Obviously, I advocate against relationships in general, but
Yeah.
definitely,
We know. We know, right, guys?
definitely leave if you're being cheated on.
Yeah.
But I also, at the same time, believe that cheating is just a natural part of being in a relationship. I believe that as well.
Mm,
It's just a kind of inescapable at this point. It
um,
just happens.
right. Sure does.
No, you believe that. You just
I
don't
do
want.
not believe that. I do
You
not believe that.
you don't
I
want.
believe some people really are habitual cheaters. That's what I believe.
Think.
Now, do I believe everybody is cheaters? No, because everybody is not cheaters. But it's a lot of y'all out there. A lot of y'all out there.
But
But no,
I would
like
say if the majority are cheating, then technically you have to admit that that's kind of a natural part of being in a relationship. And
no.
if you don't want to deal with it, you should just
Right.
avoid relationships in
Yeah, for
general.
sure.
That's the safest way to go about it.
You know it's not the safest way.
How you gonna agree with me and then say it's not the safest? That's the safest way to go about it. You don't get hurt when you're single. That's the safest way to go. That's
The
how you take.
safest way is just to find that person that's for you guys.
Yeah, find
Vet
that
them
person.
out really good and make sure they're good to you and make
Right.
sure they're not a cheater. And then that's your person.
Yeah,
You don't have to be single. Don't listen to this guy.
make sure they're not a cheater. So how do you do that?
I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could tell. I mean, it's
I
actually
don't.
really knowing the person too.
Well, you think you know somebody. That's what actually happens. You think you know somebody, and then
Yeah,
you find out the hard way that you
yeah.
don't know them.
I mean, it's the
Um,
last relationships after the cheater guy. They weren't cheating. It was just other stuff. It wasn't
oh,
cheating,
are you sure there wasn't cheating?
as far as I know.
Yeah, as far as what they wanted you to know, yeah. Um, I would recommend staying single, but I believe it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved. So go out there and fall in love.
And
And when you get your heart broken, which is
just say you
inevitable,
did it. I tried it.
when you learn your lesson. I am all for learning from your mistakes. Once you get your heart broken, oh, this thing I did is a mistake. I'm never going to do that again. I'm a make mistakes once type of person. And I was in 2 relationships, so I did
Mhm.
try it again, but I just realized this isn't
It
this isn't
hurt.
what.
Did it hurt really bad though? Is that why you just like
Well, the first one hurt. The second one was more chill. That one kind of just ended on mutual terms. We just didn't really like each other that much, to
Oh,
be
okay,
honest.
okay.
But the first one hurt bad. That one was really bad because that's the one where my girl got impregnated by somebody else. Yeah,
Oh hell no.
yeah,
Damn. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
and I found out.
Jesus. Jeez.
I found out by through her TikTok
Through her
because she
TikTok.
was. So there were so many things that went into that. So I hated TikTok, so I didn't have a TikTok while we were together for the majority of our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She knew I hated TikTok, so I guess that's where she would go to do all the things that I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
But she let me know that she was blowing up on TikTok, and just out of curiosity, one day I went to see why she was blowing up on TikTok. She was blowing up on TikTok because she couldn't get pregnant for a long time, and then got pregnant because she had been using this medication that she was prescribed, and she got impregnated. I found out she was pregnant through snooping through her TikTok
Oh my
because
word.
that's what she was doing. She blew up off of posting about
Whew.
her,
Oh,
her
I hear you.
pregnancy. Yeah, and I addressed her about it, and she admitted it wasn't mine, and
Oh my
that was the end
God,
of that.
girl, what? Nuts.
Yeah, yeah, she had like 150,000 followers on TikTok.
Damn, so she got the baby by now, huh?
Yeah, she has 2 kids now.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that was years ago. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that situation hurt, and I would say after that, after those types of things happen, you learn, and you go, I'm not making this mistake again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would recommend being single. That type of stuff doesn't happen to single people. You know what I mean?
Hey, you'll be surprised because some people be swearing they not in a relationship, but be somebody. I saw this little video. They was like, "Don't two." They said something like, "Two people don't break up that's not together so much that I did ever see." Like 2 people will say they not together and break up every other day.
Well, I'm not doing that.
So some people really be saying they not in a relationship. They may not have the title, but fooling with somebody and you damn near exclusive with them, y'all pretty much in a relationship.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how
I
it
guess
goes.
I guess if you do want to be single, just don't allow yourself to get too close. I think that's the part that people struggle with. They just get.
Everybody will. Think about it. Think about it. You just talked about your little job, right? The little warehouse.
Yeah.
And them people married and doing their own little thing. It's inevitable. A lot of times when you're around these people all the time.
Yeah, I would say I don't know. It's I guess I have a system, and it's just become easier for me to stay away from relationships because I'm always reminded. I have like my PTSD flashbacks. Like, yeah, I don't think I want to go back to that. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah, being single is very peaceful. Highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got another one. Do I want to do that one? Oh,
Make the last one good.
what? This isn't the last one. What the hell?
For the propaganda one? Or are we gonna be
Oh no, we're gonna move on from that.
okay.
Why are men borrowing money from women? That's all it says. So I wanted to know. do,
This made me
do,
think of something that just happened to me.
what happened?
Somebody, one of my clients, I hope you ain't watching this. Oh well, he had hit me up yesterday and was like, "Hey, I need a favor," and I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "I got the money, but can you send somebody some money for me? I'll have money tomorrow." And I'm like, "Why they can't just wait till tomorrow?"
Um, I don't know. He might have been in some shit or something. I don't
Right?
know. He
It
must have
sounded
been.
like it, but I don't want to be in the middle. And I'm like, why me? Like
Yeah.
we barely like I could say you my client, but I only seen him like twice.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. A client asking a model for money. Yeah, never heard of that. But have any of your past boyfriends asked for money?
So when I was a little young, um, I had this new job, and I was making a lot of money.
Right.
So I think I just got like too flashy.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even like he didn't just come out the bed and was like, hey, I gotta get some money. I was like doing extra shit, like driving to see him or like, knowing that he doesn't have as much money, be like, oh no, I'll do it. If we want to go here, or if I want to go here and I want you to go with me, I'm like picking up the bill and shit like that. So I
Okay.
put it in his head for him to ask me in a sense, like, oh, she
Yeah.
got it, like type of thing. So yeah, he had asked me for some money or to pay his phone bill or some shit.
And you paid it.
Mm-hmm. He's like,
Wow.
yeah, I'll give it back. Somebody gonna give me the money, I'm gonna give it back. I was like 20, what was I, like 22, 23?
And he was paying you back.
He never paid me.
So
I never seen that money.
what the hell?
I never seen that money.
So you
It
worked.
wasn't a lot of times, but it was like maybe like twice I gave him money.
Oh.
Like $50 one time, 80 the other time, or something like that. It wasn't like hundreds of dollars, but it was
Oh, so
something.
a majority of the time he was paying for like dinners and things like that.
No, so I was footing the bill for a lot of stuff.
What the fuck?
I was footing the bill.
Then,
I was
wait.
damn sugar mama now that I think about it. Shit.
So wait, y'all when y'all would go out to eat, you were paying.
Yeah, most of the time.
Wow. So so
Yeah,
years later, would you ever consider doing that again?
absolutely not. I mean, if it's a situation where
Mhm.
it's reciprocated, I wouldn't mind. But no, not just on some. I'm taking care of you. Hell no. Hell
Never.
no.
So you're not paying for dinner. You're not.
I mean, I will sometimes, but no, I'm not off the back pulling out my wallet. No, not. I've
Yeah.
been spoiled too much too doing this. I can't even see myself even doing it. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't even allow me to do it. Like no.
Yeah. I could never see a girl paying for dinner or the most a girl's ever sent me is $20 to help with like
20 is crazy.
I mean it's something I guess.
Right.
She sent me 20 to help with some gas when I was down bad. But I was the breadwinner, so I was
So you end up giving her that back plus triple
yeah, well
or
way
more.
more than triple yeah. Yeah, but that was a kind gesture because most girls aren't going to do anything. They're not going to help you out financially. From my experience,
Mm.
the majority of women are not looking to be the financial benefit to your life. Um, Not even buying dinners or anything. But I don't really want a girl paying for stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of
Why?
just
Why
like
is that?
it's just a pride thing. Like I worked really hard for everything that I got, so I'm not comfortable with people buying things for me.
Yeah.
It's just what I'm used to. I'm used to handling everything. Okay, we got another tweet. Okay, this one's on the same time I'm on. Just stay single, y'all.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
here apologizing
You
for.
would find that one.
It says, just stay single, y'all. I'm here apologizing for taking a nap. Have you ever apologized for taking a nap? Like you take too
No.
long to.
No. Somebody probably apologized to me for taking the nap.
Was they doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
Probably. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Like
Do, do guys,
it was a guy I used to deal with, and like when we first got together, and he worked like two jobs, right?
yeah,
So when we first got together, I'll be out late partying, getting fucked up. He gotta
right,
be at work at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting
yeah,
home 2 or 3, calling him up. Hey, I'm home. All right, I'm on my way.
What the fuck?
Right. Right. So this was the beginning. Like, and this was for like months. Like, whenever I would get home, even if it wasn't me partying or nothing, I'll be out late or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll get home. It's like 3 o'clock.
Right.
Call him. He answers. He's on his way.
Yep.
So like, fast forward, it'll be times where I'll call him. He like, he don't answer. The next day, oh man, I was asleep. Oh my God, I was waking your ass up in the middle of the night, literally, where before you have 3 hours before you have to be at work, and you over here, and now you're just asleep, baby. Bye. That's like,
He can't sleep. That's kind of
no,
crazy.
because why you wasn't like, you were so on it at the beginning, like, and it wasn't like I was still doing it like every day like how it was at the beginning, but
Right.
it'll be times where it's like it's nowhere near 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you're not answering or even calling back. Oh, I was asleep. And you was working 2 jobs back then. Okay, if you watching this,
I don't know. I I don't know. I work pretty hard, and I would say there are times where I do just fall asleep.
and that's understandable. There are times, but every time after that, it seemed like,
Oh, okay.
like that's not, you know what I mean? Like,
So this was a theme he was doing.
almost,
this.
yeah, pretty much.
Interesting. Yeah, he probably. I'm telling you, after a while, it's just like
Yeah, and I get it, but say it. You know what I mean? Like, open your mouth, use your words, not those silly little actions. And then you got to make up a lie with it. Like,
okay, but has a man ever gotten on you about taking too long to text back or whatever the case may be?
yeah,
Does this happen often?
not too much. If I really fuck with you, I'm responding soon. Okay. If I don't, I might drag my feet. Like, I'll see it at the top and be like, oh, okay, I'll read it. And then I'll forget. And then it's like, oh, shit. But if I fuck with you, I'm clicking it right away.
That's interesting. Just out of good faith, I text everybody back pretty fast. Actually, you know what's crazy?
See? Tell the truth.
No. It's not what you think. But I don't text my family and friends back fast.
What?
I just feel like we've known each other for so long that I can get away with it type of shit. So if I'm chilling and I'm tired, I'm just not gonna feel like doing it, and I might text you back the next day or a couple of days later.
Damn.
And it's crazy because it's
I
just
would
like
be pissed at you if I was a family or a friend.
It's just like we known each other for so long.
Nah.
Like you get it, basically. That's the way I view it. Like, you get it. But if you're not a family or a friend, like, especially if it's business related, I'm texting back fast. I'm not about to.
Yeah, business for sure. Business, I'll be dragging my ass too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I text back pretty fast, just out of good faith. Okay, we got another tweet. My best friend of 9 years is prioritizing her quote unquote relationship with her coworker of 4 months over hours, and I don't know how to tell her I low key don't want to be friends with her anymore. Have you ever had a friend prioritize their relationship over yours? Or have you been the friend that's done that?
No.
Why you say it like you sound?
I was trying to think, like, I was trying to see like every aspect in like my friends and stuff.
So the friendship always comes first.
So, because the way I was hearing you read it, it sounded like it was another friend. Like, it seemed like it was 2 friends, didn't it? A little bit.
No, it's no. Maybe it says my best
friend.
Coworker
or something, right?
Yeah, but they're in a relationship with their coworker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but what they're trying to say is they haven't known the coworker very long. It says,
the 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're in a full-blown relationship, and basically the relationship is being prioritized over their friendship.
Okay. Well,
you're the type to put the friendship first?
No. I'm not putting the friendship. I mean, I'm not saying I'm putting it on the back end, but I'm going to focus more on my relationship. We've been friends for years. Majority of my close friends, we've been friends for decades. So if it's a relationship and I'm trying to see where it's going, yeah, you have to fall back for a minute. Sis, I'm not going to sit up there and lay up with you. Like, give me a second, let me figure this out. But not pushing them away, like, where it's like, damn, I don't never get to see you because you under him type of thing. But it may be like, it's because it's happened before, a couple times actually. I've like, so one of my friends was coming in town, but my boyfriend at the time, he was coming in town too, or we was making plans, like, cause we'll like switch weekends, cause this is before we lived together, lived in the same city.
Yeah.
So it was his weekend to come visit, but then she had told me that she was coming too, and I'm like, can you bring your boyfriend? Cause Lot's gonna be here. She was like, oh, I was coming alone. I'm like, well, maybe we can all hang out. And she didn't even come. She chose not to come.
Yeah,
And
third
I was
wheel
just
is
like, well,
crazy.
oh well. And that was it. Like, I actually haven't really talked to her after that, but I thought we was good. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I'm like, girl, you got your husband. I'm trying to see if he's my husband.
Yeah, third wheeling is crazy. I'm not
It's
gonna
not
lie.
that bad. I've been to third wheel
And you enjoyed
quite a
that.
bit. I'm not gonna say it was enjoyable or not, but my friends never made me feel like I was a third wheel. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't bad. Like, granted, yeah, of course we like to all double, triple, quadruple date, whatever. But if
Yeah.
it came down to it, nobody made me feel like, damn, I want somebody too. It wasn't like that. It wasn't that type of vibe. Like, all
Right.
my friends and stuff, they ain't overly lovey dovey with they, significant others. So it didn't make it too bad.
Interesting. I would say with this situation from a man's perspective, it is usually bros before hoes. I'm not gonna lie, because
That's
the way no, it's just the way men view it. It's just like, you spend so much time with a girl. There's so many things that go into it. It's just like she could be running around in the streets. You don't want to dedicate too much time to her, and it's like you just once you let a girl get too involved with your life can just naturally start to change for the worse. You
we
no,
need
but
to
like
switch the topic,
like
because you
you
is not going to cut into relationships like this. That is not true. First off, before you even finish, let me say this, because majority of the time when a dude, especially if if we using that 4 month span, it's probably the dude that's pulling the girl away from her friend anyway. Dudes be clingy as hell. Don't do that to us,
I mean, men
please.
and women can be clingy, whatever. I mean, from both perspectives,
And
it's
most
just
of
like
go
you
ahead.
don't want you to be taken away from you. You don't want
Yeah.
somebody to be too involved with your life to where you just start to lose yourself and your life just becomes their life.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the bros before hoes thing comes in for the most part. You just don't want a woman to just completely sap you of what makes you you. But the same thing with
They be
women.
wanting that. They low key want that.
I don't think they want
Yes,
it.
they do.
I mean, if they wanted
Do
it,
y'all want that? Y'all want that, don't y'all?
no, because I've had that experience. It's terrible.
Not too much though. You know what I mean? I feel like everything in moderation for sure. But I mean, just enough time. You away from them enough time to kind of miss them. Like, damn, I'm kind of used to them being around now, or used to them in my life now. I want them around. I want to hold them.
I guess. I'm just saying you don't want to lose yourself just dedicating yourself to somebody else.
Yeah.
You don't want to become
No,
somebody's.
because these young kids now, y'all be crashing out, bro.
Who is y'all?
The young ones, are you part of the young crew?
I'm 30. Well, I'm 28, but I'm.
Yeah, you were part of the crash out.
No, I'm definitely. I am not a YN. I'm
You close.
getting up there.
You on the edge.
I'm up there. I'm not. I'm long removed from high school, so I'm not. There's no crashing out. Um, yeah, I don't want. I don't want to lose myself, so I'm not dedicating myself too much.
Well, you don't got to worry about it anyway, because you don't like relationships anyway. So I guess you don't count.
Yeah, it's a great philosophy. It's a great philosophy. Um, okay, here's a fun one. I think we're going to be on opposite ends on this one.
And you know it.
No, um, bro, when y'all going to bro, when y'all going to admit going to the beach actually boring as fuck? What is your view on the beach?
I like the beach, especially a nice beach.
Yeah, definitely on opposite ends.
Wait, that's too much. You don't like the beach?
I hate the beach.
Oh my
So,
God. I feel like you just want to be the opposite. I should have asked you first.
what?
You just like being opposite.
No. Okay, I can go into detail.
Oh, please.
Salt water is disgusting.
Okay.
I don't want it in my eyes, in my ears, in my mouth, especially.
That's how water is.
I mean, fish are living in there. We live, right? What do? We poop, we pee.
Not we poop and pee. Poop and pee is crazy.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what that water is. That's what the water is. You're swimming in poop and pee. So that's one thing.
Even if you like the pool, the community pool too, because they be pissing out too.
Yeah, but it's way different. Like, I mean, you can't even count the.
But let me say this because maybe this will help a little bit. So I'm not big on getting in the water like that. Okay. So I'm talking about like tanning, maybe, having a party out on the beach, like enjoying it, playing, sand volleyball and stuff like that. Like that's my thing. I'm not really, I don't even really know how to swim too well. So I'm not getting in that water, fuck around and get drifted away by some waves. So that's my thing about the beach. I think beach days are fun, but I do like to get my feet wet. I mean, I'm never really swimming in the water though, but I'll go in it.
You like sand?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And beach activities.
I hate sand. I hate how it feels. I hate the texture. I hate that it gets everywhere.
It does get everywhere.
I hate sand. So yeah, sand and salt water. I hate both, which means the beach is just not.
Damn.
I mean, I'll go if other people are going, I guess, but I'm not about to be playing in the sand too much. I don't want sand getting everywhere. And I'm not getting in that water. It's gross.
Yeah, I don't really fool with the water too much. But some of that water is so beautiful. You got to do it.
No. Maybe it looks beautiful from a distance.
No, like up close, some of them islands. Beach, like, oh, it's so beautiful.
What beach do you recommend then?
So, the beach in Destin, Florida.
Okay.
That beach is beautiful. And I can't believe that it's so close to here. Like, it is really nice. Like, the sand is damn it white. Like, it's beautiful. For real. And the water is so clear. The water's so blue.
But yeah, even the clearest water has poo and pee in it.
It does. It does.
I'm not interested in it. It's just, no beaches for me.
Boring.
There are other, I mean, getting like a beach house would be cool. Looking at the beach is cool.
The view.
But yeah, walking in the sand and the dipping in the pool water, I'm not interested.
Pool water is crazy.
That's what it is. It is pool water. It's definitely pool water. Okay, here's a fun one. Being a girl is so fun because we all have that friend who has eaten us out. So do you have a female friend?
No. No, I do not have no female friend that ate me out. We'll go ahead.
Oh wow, so you're like very straight. You don't even.
Now I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say that I never had a girl do it. It's just not one of my like friends.
Okay. But are you interested in girls doing it?
No, it's not a thing.
Oh.
It's not a thing.
Is this a normal thing though? Because
I mean, I hear it though. Yeah, some of my friends that I'm close with, they be like, yeah, me and such and such.
They be
whenever
munching.
we get drunk, I'm like, oh, okay. It's just not. I mean, it's nothing because if it happens, it's like, okay, what's next?
Y'all go back to being friends.
I'm saying, like, what's next after the eat me out? Like, that's just it. Like,
so on a drunk night, you're not like, yeah, let's.
No, I'm not attracted to women.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't do anything for me. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think women are beautiful. I think we're beautiful creatures on earth. But
okay. Well, I want to do this one. Stop getting acrylic on y'all big toes.
Why?
It doesn't say why.
I'm
I mean,
asking
I've
them
heard
why. I'm
things.
asking them why.
I've heard things. I'm not sure if you get acrylic on your big toe.
Mm-hmm.
Just your big toe.
Unless a toenail crack or something, I'll do it. But what's wrong with it?
So acrylic is acid, right?
Acid?
Isn't acrylic like it can damage your nails?
It's not acid. No, maybe the stuff that they use to remove the acrylic is a little dangerous, but acrylic is not acid.
And it doesn't damage your
And then, I
nails.
mean, it's the same thing with your fingernails. It's the same. It's the same stuff that people been getting on their fingernails.
It
I mean,
doesn't.
it may, wear and tear, like if you not taking it off properly or something like that, but it's not something that's damaging like that. No, it's not.
You've never had damage.
No, and I know a lot of people that get it. I'm certain that if it was that damaging, people wouldn't get it. But the reason why I get it personally, I know some people get it for different reasons. But so my real nails, like since I go to the salon like every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
my nails are thinner from just even if I was to get like gel polish or something, removing that and putting on more, it just makes your nails thinner. So I do it to keep my nails harder so they don't chip and crack. And I work out, be in tennis shoes, running, jumping, and all of that. It's just a protective measure for me.
So you would recommend acrylic
Yeah,
just on the big toe?
yeah. I mean, because I know for that person who's probably talking, I know what they're talking about. Sometimes it can be a bit much, or people that don't have naturally longer nail beds to have like that long, big, hard toenail. Yeah, but I get that they're probably coming from that aspect or talking from that aspect. But I mean, a foot model aspect, I feel like a lot of us do have it to protect our the length.
Interesting. I've heard a lot of stories about damage from acrylic.
Yeah, and
I
if you
would
don't
think
get it, if you don't get it right, or if people don't lay it right, you can get like infections and stuff in there, or like where the nails
Yeah.
turn green and shit like that. So yeah, it's stuff like that can happen, but I feel like those are the people that's rushing and letting anybody do it. They be in the fucking house with these people doing nails at their house with their feet underneath the table and it's on their lap, like all of that weird, silly stuff that could probably happen to them. So yeah, but
Acrylic on the big toes. You don't do the other toes at all.
mm-mm.
But why not the other toes then?
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, because they're not as long. So it's just my big toe is a little bit longer.
Mhm.
Like the hangage is a
Yeah.
little bit. So, it's just to protect it from breaking. The other ones aren't as
Okay.
long.
Yeah, yours looks less thick than the some of the other ones I see
Yeah.
with acrylic. Like you can usually tell it's acrylic.
Yeah, I know, because it'd be super thick. I know what you're talking about. And
Yeah.
that's probably what that tweet was about too. That thick ass shit, and you look underneath and see like it's about this thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to seeing. Do you have to ask them to not put it on thick, or does the salon you go to just
I mean, it
naturally?
just all depends, like I said. So if some people are getting them, to where they want like a certain length that their toenail doesn't grow to, then that's when they start applying all that thick acrylic stuff to lengthen it. But I don't know. I mean, that's why I stick to one lady and one lady only. I don't be hopping around letting people play on my feet now. I'm good.
But what if she doesn't show up or something?
I have another lady for backup.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I be fearing about my barber. Like if he's not there, I'm just gonna not get a
Right?
haircut.
Or shit, wing it till they get back.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of girls are doing basically a whole fake nail.
Yeah, I
They
know.
don't
I've
have
seen it. I see it all the time, actually.
Okay, I think we might actually have enough.
Y'all want some more?
What the?
Y'all want me to? No. You
That's
probably like what?
crazy.
And don't cut that out.
I don't cut
I
anything out.
know. Bye, y'all.
Okay, let me make sure Yeah, you can shout out your socials and sites.
Y'all follow me. Oh, why you didn't? I didn't even mention. I made a fart page.
Go
I
ahead.
finally made a fart page. So okay, let's start with my Twitters. Yes, there's two. So my original Twitter is Cash Monet, the number 5, and my fart Twitter page is nose, the number 2, cheeks. Okay, period. And then my Instagrams are the dot Sasha Monae, and my other Instagram is Sasha.Monae S. Bye, y'all.
That's the show.